Students, to understand the concepts in a 10th class, especially reproduction, we have to know the prerequisites which are present in a 8th class, that is nothing but a reproduction in a animals. Students, here how new organisms are going to be produced. Then whatever the organisms which are produced, they are going to be produced in a same manner. Now we will see here. Reproduction is nothing but it is a life process. Here to produce the new offsprings, this reproduction is a very important. And what is the need of reproduction? To continue their races and next generations, this reproduction is a very essential for organisms, and also to transfer the genetic traits from one generation to the next generation, this reproduction is a very important. Here mainly two methods of reproductions we have. One is said to be asexual reproduction and a sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction, without fusion of male and female gametes, if a new organism is going to be produced, new offsprings are going to be produced, then that kind of reproduction is called as a asexual reproduction. This asexual reproduction, it is a very common in a unicellular organisms like amoeba and paramecium, and also it is very common in a hydra. In amoeba, a process called binary fission. Here the amoeba is going to be divided into two equal daughter cells there. This process is called as a binary fission. And next in hydra, a process called budding, and here a bulge comes out from the body of hydra, and that bulge will becomes as an individual organism. And here the without fusion of male and female gametes, new amoebae and as well as new hydra is going to be formed. Because of that, binary fission and as well as a budding process will comes under asexual mode of reproduction. Next, sexual reproduction. What is sexual reproduction? Sexual reproduction is nothing but by the fusion of male and female gametes, if new offsprings are going to be produced, if new organisms are going to be produced, that kind of reproduction is called as a sexual reproduction. And this sexual reproduction is a very common in a well developed organisms. In sexual reproduction, here the fusion of male and female gametes, nothing but male gamete is nothing but sperm cell, and a female gamete, that is nothing but ovum. Okay, the fusion of a sperm cell and ovum results in the formation of a zygote. Some organisms, they are going to be sexually, they are going to be differentiated like a male and as well as a female. The organisms which are containing only one reproductive system, either male or female in their body, that kind of organisms are called as unisexual organisms. For example, human beings, cows, dogs, etc. And these are, there we are going to separate or differentiate as a male organism and as well as a female organisms. But whereas some animals like earthworm, both the male reproductive system and a female reproductive system, both they are going to be present in a single organism. We are unable to differentiate it is a male or a female. That kind of animals are called as bisexual organisms. They are also called as hermaphrodites. Now we will see the male reproductive system of human beings. When you are going to see the male reproductive system, mainly you are going to observe three structures there. They are nothing but one pair of testes and one pair of sperm ducts. They are also called as seminal vesicles, seminal ducts. When you are going to observe the male reproductive system, mainly you are going to observe the three parts. The first one, it is said to be one pair of testes, one pair of sperm ducts. They are also called as seminal ducts, and penis. These three are the major important parts, they are present in a male reproductive system. And especially these reproductive parts, they are present below the abdomen part. The testes are egg-shaped ones, and they are going to produce the male gametes. They are nothing but sperm cells there. The seminal ducts, they are connected to the testes, and where the sperms are produced in the testes, they are transmitted into the sperm ducts, and from there they are going to be ejaculated out with the help of a penis. And here this is the male gamete, that is nothing but a sperm cell. When you are going to see the structure of the sperm cell, mainly you are going to observe the three parts, and one is said to be head, second one is said to be middle piece, and third one is said to be tail. Head and tail, they are connected with the help of a middle piece, and millions of sperm cells, they are produced by the testis. And here that middle piece, it is going to contain mitochondria. These mitochondria are going to provide the energy for the proper movement of sperm cells to reach the ovum for the fertilization process. Next, female reproductive system. When you are going to see the female reproductive system, there you are going to observe the main parts. Those are nothing but one pair of ovaries, and the second one pair of fallopian tubes, and that fallopian tubes are also called as oviducts. And next, uterus, and the opening of female reproductive system, that is a vagina. And these are the four major parts, they are present in a female reproductive system. The ovary produces female gametes called ova, nothing but eggs. In human beings, for every month one egg is going to be released by the ovary. And here the next part, that is nothing but uterus. Uterus is the part where the baby is going to be develops, especially that is nothing but the embryonic development is going to be takes place in the part that is nothing but uterus. In uterus only the embryonic development is going to be takes place. Vagina is nothing but that is the external opening of the female reproductive system, and here the delivery of the baby, whatever the developed embryo, that is nothing but fetus, will comes out with the help of this external opening of the female reproductive part, that is nothing but a vagina. And when you are going to see the structure of the female gamete, that is nothing but ovum, that is nothing but egg, it is going to contain one nucleus along with the cytoplasm. Ovum, it is surrounded with an outer covering there, and just now I said one nucleus and a cytoplasm is going to be present in the ovum. And here fertilization process, the sperm cells, nothing but the fusion of male gametes with the female gametes, nothing but with the ovum, is known as fertilization. Here the fusion of a nucleus which is present in the sperm cell and the nucleus which is present in the ovum, when they are going to be fused together, that process is called as fertilization. After the fertilization process, the zygote is going to be formed. The fertilized egg is called as a zygote. Here there are two types of fertilization process. They are nothing but internal fertilization and external fertilization. If the fertilization is going to be takes place inside the body of female, that kind of fertilization is called as internal fertilization. And next we have external fertilization. If the fertilization is going to be takes place outside the body of a female body, then it is said to be external fertilization. Here when you are going to see the internal fertilization, well developed organisms are the examples for internal fertilization, like few insects, snakes, lizards, birds and mammals. In these organisms, the internal fertilization is going to be takes place. Here external fertilization, now when you are going to see the frogs and as well as the fishes, there the external fertilization is going to be takes place. And next the development of the embryo. The fertilized egg, that is nothing but zygote. Zygote undergoes a lot of cell divisions there. After the cell divisions, it becomes like a ball of cells, and it is going to be embedded in the walls of uterus. There the development of embryo is going to be started, and here in that embryo the tissues and the parts, they are going to be started. And next the fully developed embryo is called as a fetus. From the formation of zygote to the complete development of embryo, the duration between these two, it is called as a gestation period, nothing but pregnancy. Here that is normally in human beings, that is 270 to 280 days, that is nothing but 9 months. and this is called as a gestation period. Now try to answer these questions. Write the differences between sexual and asexual reproductions, and try to give examples for unisexual organisms. By these prerequisites, you are able to understand the concepts of reproductions which are present in 10th class. Thank you.